All right, everyone. So today in this video, we're going to take a look at the Banner Kings mod with the Banner Kings culture expanded. So Banner Kings, if you are familiar with it, it's a mod that implements a lot of the Crusader Kings 3 functions, such as dements or domains, managing those. It institutes a hierarchy for the different titles so that you can actually see who's the king, who's the duke, count, and baron. I'm going to skip through this, but I'm going to show you some of the different cultures that are added. So with cultures expanded, you get all of these extra cultures like the Darshi. These are, I think, more similar to, let's see, the Darshi and Ancient Civilization. Yeah, I think these are similar to the Mesopotamia area. Syria, I believe, is more like the Egyptians. So you can see you have all these other tribes. I think Kanik is more like the Greek, or maybe that's Garyako. Maybe it's this one. But you can see, so you have some more tribal cultures, such as the Jumne, longships. These are more like Vikings, and then Vakin. These are supposed to be like Botanian cultures. So let's get started. Let's pick, yeah, why don't we pick the Siri? And we're gonna do some random. Sure, let's do that. So you see you have all these different startups. And we're not going to worry about this too much. We're just going to get us through. Just so you can see what the map looks like, because the map is actually way bigger because of the different cultures. They've actually added more settlements. So when you start with Banner Kings, not Banner Kings Culture Expanded, you can select Custom Start. So you can start as an adventurer. That's the vanilla start. You also have Indebted Lord. So you would start with negative influence. You actually have -2 influence for 5 years. That, I think, is quite a lot, but it does make it challenging. I'm actually testing out a character with Indebted Lord. You start within a kingdom. So which kingdom you choose can really alter the gameplay. If you're in a kingdom that's most likely going to be at war, this -2 influence probably won't impact you that much. You do start with a holding. I think it's a village holding, but it all depends. So I started in the Garyako, which is an island nation. So far, I think in about a year or two of gameplay, we haven't had any wars with anyone. You can also do mercenary, outlaw, robbed, cavalier, or gladiator. It all starts you off with a different focus. So just for the exercise of showing you, I'm going to pick robbed, cavalier. You also have religion. That part is from Cultures Expanded. So we're going to go, what were we? We were one of those cultures, Jumne, Kanik, Siri. I think we were Siri, right? Darshi? Let's go with Siri. If you need more information, you can check out the important concepts like education. Let's check religion, so it'll give you more information. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna say let's get out of there. Let's go to finish, and boom, here we go. So here's our start. You can see this resembles a lot like the Nile River, right? So this is supposed to be either Egyptian, or maybe you can even think of this as a more Ethiopian culture, base culture. And let's take a look at the expanded map. So over here is Hassan Folk, and for those of you who've played vanilla, you know this is where the map kind of ends. But look at all of these different settlements here. And these are the Darshi. So you can see pretty much this is all Asarai. Then you can see here's the Garyako. These are the island nations. And then you have the regular Empire, Sturgia, Britannia, Vlandia, and then you have all these extra little settlements in different cultures. See, there you go. So all of that's great, and if you're playing with Culture Expanded, you will want to take a look. You have different skill sets. So Wisdom is a new skill set in here that is reflective of the culture. Crusader Kings 3, lifestyle. So you have scholarship, theology, lordship, and then you have your education and faith. So it gives you more information here. What's some of the doctrines, virtues, who is in the religion, who are faithful. So a lot of information gets expanded here. And then you can actually educate yourself by finding books and then picking it to read it. And that will give you a passive increase of education. You also have languages. So you can see right here, we're fluent in Siri. We have a language limit of 2. So if you want to learn more, you can also choose that. My lifestyle right now is Caravaneer. This reduces my trade penalty by 10%. It also reduces speed during nighttime by 8%. So you can actually switch out of lifestyles after a certain amount, just like with Crusader Kings 3. So you can see August. If you want to work on your leadership and lordship, you might want to go with August. If you're focusing on athletics and gladiator or riding, then gladiators is the go-to lifestyle. So you can see even within the lifestyle, there's actually different perks you can level up. And I think this is still being built out. So everything else is pretty much the same. You have all these other, traits here that are, all the skills that are the same. So let's go check back out. When you go to the city or village, you can see this button for Banner King. If you click on that, there's the domains or domain hierarchy and culture information. Let's take a look, and we crashed. Okay, so I'm switching over to my other account. Let's take a look at the culture information here. You can see this culture where are we? Hassan Folk has, they're in the Kalrodi Age. There's Internecine Dark Age. There's all these research options, manorialism, masonry that give you different stats. And then if you're the culture head, you can actually change the fascination just like CK3. And then if you go to domain hierarchy, you can see, let's go, where's the king? So Sultana Solikian Azrai. So that's the king or the sultan, Unkid. Then you have all these dukes, right? So the titles are culturally relevant. So this is all the same person. Let's see, who else is somebody else. Well, you can see, so you have Imara, Mashiaka, Daya, and then all the way down to, well, I guess Daya is the lowest. But that gives you an idea of the flavor that and information that you'll find inside of Banner Kings Culture Expanded. And Banner Kings, of course. With Banner Kings Expanded, you are going to want to add a bunch of different mods in order for it to make it work, such as Ancient Civilizations, Open Source Armory. You can actually also, when you go to a castle, you can trade with them there. So let's take a look. Why don't we go over there and you'll see what I'm talking about. One of the things that I will say is the game, it is a little bit buggy with Cultures Expanded. So I highly recommend you do not play it on Iron Man. Make sure you save it and make sure that you are just aware of that. I think one of the bugs that you'll find is if you don't move around often, it's like say we're right here, we're just chilling right here for like 5 minutes, and then you try to move, or you click on Banner Kings, then you'll get more crash. So let's take a look. We're in Banner Kings and we can trade. So now you have way more trading options, and you can see they have horses too. They have a lot of horses here. The economy is also really interesting because your supplies your party actually takes in other supplies. So they require wood, textiles, alcohol, and animal products. And the NPC parties do too. So when they go into cities and villages, they actually have to acquire these supplies in order for themselves to function. So I think that adds a whole, it makes the economy as a whole a lot more dynamic, and I so far do appreciate that. So I'll leave it there. Please let me know if there's something I missed, but I definitely think that it is worth checking out, and I'll leave the link for the Nexus mods file in the description, and then a Discord link for the Banner Kings Discord server. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this mod as much as I have been. All right, take care.